got me going back to the whole argument that me and my person had about, okay, take that post down. We got into a big old argument or something a long time ago. Like when I was first going through the awakening, something had me going back to that time. Maybe the person was cleaving on to his family a little bit more because they knew something was loosening up around here. We got Tim or Tim's in reverse. I feel like they be using this energy or something like this. This could look like remind me of my cousin Roxanne. This is like the forever young version of this person. And then we got the world card energy. It's almost like they was making me like this is the big dog, and I need to be cool with this person to get in, and I'm still in my own little world. Like I don't know who they talking to. I don't know who they talking to. You know what I'm saying? So energetic wise, like I'm thinking about those features or something. Like I said, because you remember that girl off Belly. Also the girl, and when I was younger, I remind myself of the girl off. Damn, what was that movie called? I don't know. The Bronx Tale. Okay, that was my little favorite, one of my favorite movies back then. That swag or whatever, that essence or that swag. Also, keep fighting until it's yours. So I don't know. That's what I'm saying. Did somebody else or one of my clones have a baby and die, and then now this eternal person got it, and then now they like, oh, keep fighting till you get it. Like a lot of these girls like to put these baby. I don't know what this. Cause I didn't agree to none of this, and I'm not a part of no nothing. You know what I'm saying? That's the thing. I'm not a part of nothing. I'm not a part of shit, but me. So I'm not a part of no group. I don't have no beliefs. I have a sense of knowing. That's how I carry my fucking life. The examining, knowing something. I realize that these people can't touch me on that level, okay? With that type of, with that alchemy energy. But when what they can do is fuck with my money, so I can't go after them. I thought that people would like to see a fair fight. I thought that people that like drama would like to see this shit play out. I thought that this would be some real hot shit to have everybody be able to have an even playing field to be able to go out in this battle. I didn't think they was gonna bunch a whole bunch of niggas over there against me. I didn't think that they was gonna pit a whole bunch of dudes over there against me, whether they look like a boy or not. I didn't know that they was gonna do that. I mean, the game is like, you know what I'm saying? Oh, I said something about, even athletes, like, as like, superheroes, because they have the physique for it or something like this. It's like, oh, for real? Like, for real? Because it be like people be in they people be in their emotions about some shit. But it's like, it doesn't matter. It's a woman. Like, some of these people in this world, some of these men got women with the funkiest attitudes, the most disgusting, gimme, 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 I want this, I got that, I'm fine, I'm this, disgusting attitudes. So you trying to tell, and that's what I say about some of these, people that had to fight regardless of what you are in this world. You mean to tell me, you know what I'm saying? Because this had to be, this behavior that I put out, it have to be familiar. You see what I'm saying? It had to be familiar. Yeah, somebody could, but a lot of people that look at this situation, they know what happened. A lot in these situations with these rituals that they do on the innocent or the Holy Spirit, they knew these people robbed you or me. They knew this whatever this was happening. They knew somebody was being transported around. They knew all these things. Yet you got the balls to say what you really want to say is you got the balls to still be saying something or something like this. Well, that don't look, being outnumbered don't look, it don't, being outnumbered don't scare me. That's one thing. What upsets me is not having all the information. Being outnumbered ain't never scared me. So, an opinion or anything, and I'll just stop talking about the shit. You know, people used to do that in conversation with me. To like if I hit the shit on the head or the conversation, whatever, or if I was leading the conversation and everybody like, yeah, you right or something like this. Then somebody say, but what about that one time when you to try to get you to trip up so you can be like, no, but when it come to that, I just oh yeah, but I'm just saying like, and then more people will join in, yeah, because you did say or something like this one time or something like this or whatever like this, and it's not even about what they're saying. It's to try to get you flustered or frustrated or flustered in the conversation. It's no rhyme or reason to it. It's do you know what I'm saying? It's just to get you to have to start feeling like you not having a conversation no more. You defending yourself. Everybody leaned on this one thing that they want to pick on about you, and you having to defend yourself. Well, maybe if you just do this, or maybe if you just do that, or whatever. Well, you just said it is because you have been inactive. Well, maybe if you just start working out a little bit. But the point is, I know that somebody is doing something, putting something in my food, or directly in my stomach, or doing some weird shit to me. So yeah, you could say those things because normally that's what normal mother sheep's gonna say. But what with this conversation we having right now, this got something to do with me telling you that I feel like I've been poisoned and that somebody been putting something. I feel like somebody been giving me something like in my stomach to make me gain weight, like or something like this instead of the other way around. You know, or somebody's been experimenting or doing something against my will on me. That's why my stomach is hurting, or something like this. And then they let, no, but usually, but the doctors say it because you do drink that one drink, right? Yeah, because that got a lot of stuff in it, such and such and such and such. It's like, nah, motherfucker, like don't try. And I feel like this was like gaslighting. Now, again, think you waking up and you seeing the world in a different light. Everybody around you supposed to be keeping you asleep. So you talking to them about these things, they recording conversations, chopping up little parts. Maybe you was hysterical at first when you start seeing the world this way and you're like, girl, I don't know. And you talking to this person like a million miles per hour or something like this, and then they taking this in slowly. Yeah, she's having a panic attack. Yeah, that. You think you still talking to your friends. Now they either been compromised or they already been in on this shit since you was born because everybody knew that the fuck that they was gonna do to this to you. And they the ones that got to give the rundown, like in school when they say, I'm gonna send you with Rebecca. She's gonna show you around the campus. These the motherfuckers that confirmation. These the motherfuckers that show the rest of the people around campus. Okay? Hold on one second. These is motherfuckers that run. This is like I said too. This is like me finding out that there's a pre-heaven and that's where my family resides. But for some reason, my in-laws, because they was looked at as revered as like a Christian family, somehow when somebody passed away and I got the keys to go into the pre-heaven, let's just say some shit like this, okay? They said, well, look at this family that she's connected to. We all know the prophecy. If she gets up there, shit's gonna change for real. It ain't gonna be like with Obama and them. So you know what? This family look Christian. Let's go ahead and this family look Christian. Let's go ahead and offer. But because of the works of these people, that ain't shit Christian about these people. Okay? And so these motherfuckers over here in pre-heaven trying to keep me from my journey. I might be the last one on earth in this conglomerate that need to go through this passage. And these motherfuckers trying to hold me back, to hold back a secret of some shit that they did to me years ago. And so you wasting my time on earth, my body deteriorating. I needed to be able to get to pre-heaven with as much agility, mental clarity, and things as I needed. But you forcing me to stay down here so you could steal all of my motherfucking intel and use it and do all these other things. You get what I'm saying? And you trying to keep me in a situation, okay? You trying to keep me in a situation here. You know what I'm saying? Like all the boys that could have picked me, you know what I'm saying? Or all the family members that could have picked me or whatever this is, and you didn't. You denied me. When they gave you this opportunity or something like this, you denied me in front of man. You brought something else. And so now you motherfuckers are denied. And so it's like, I don't care where they at. You can't stay there. You can't stay there if it's you looking down on me, talking to me. You know what I'm saying? Shit like that. Okay? You can't. You can't stay up there looking down on me, talking to me in my house. There where I'm supposed to be. Alright, so we out in the study room, the phone died, y'all. Alright, but I need to smoke a cigarette anyways. I don't know why my stomach feels so queasy. I've been needing to come out here and get some fresh air. So, and I'm kind of mad because I got to go all the way back upstairs. I don't like going back upstairs that much. You know, that's why I said, I was like, ooh. Like, when I first started the journey, I'm like, ooh, I could give me like a nice size house, you know what I'm saying? Probably like 4,000 square feet. I'm like, bitch, nah, I'm gonna need like one of them, like an extremely large ranch. Like I said, the last ranch that I had, I'm like, but I feel like a lot of this shit that I'm going through in this house, it's not about the size of the house. It's not about being lazy. I know what I'm doing. It's a sign of disrespect. Kiss my ass. You know what I'm saying? You trying to keep me in a jail cell? Okay, well I'm gonna be a little disrespectful, and so you're gonna be begging that I leave. It's almost like the money pit. Like I'm not tearing up nothing, like causing. I don't want to cause no damage, but it's just a fact of if this is what you trying to limit my control of what I got control over. Okay, the things that you feel like I should be doing and you have why you think you got control over me is not gonna get done. Even the most simplest things. You might look at it as childish or something, but again, when somebody try to treat you like an animal, you treat me like animal. You know what I'm saying? Somebody try to limit what you have control of to just that or yourself. Then I'm gonna use myself to piss you off until you give me my shit. You see? And sometimes that's with my mouth. But let's keep moving. So I think we're ending off on a point where these people wanted to come in and destroy the family that I had, pick off and sell off my daughters behind my back, but kind of like, yeah, in my face, but behind my back. Then they want to give me back a family that's just gonna need me. This is the energy like my in-laws. Okay, I know my so-called mother-in-law been having some, little issues and stuff like this, but they don't like me to talk about it. But the point is though too, like some of this shit got something to do with what these people doing, man. Some got something to do with people keeping their mouth closed about what the fuck been done and picking sides and playing favorites and covering and sheltering people they know they wrong. That baby of the family syndrome and all that shit like that. And it's like, I'm not trying to be one of those women that's ran over by the family. There's a difference when hands on or my grandma was kind of like this a little bit. Like her house was where the kids could just get dropped off, but we kind of took care of ourselves. And there was always three aunties and uncles, what I'm saying, that lived there too. And so she didn't have to she could still be on her own thing, singing, cooking, listening to her gospel music, playing in her garden. She didn't have to, like, the way that we was at my grandma's house when we was little, because we was different kind of kids. Y'all know it, back in the 80s, we was different kind of kids. She didn't have to, like, tend. I didn't see her with babies on her hip, babysitting. We was already at age where we just was outside or we was just doing something. She just had to say, hey, don't do this or something like that. But like I feel like it's a system or it's a program or it's a simulation that's put on some people. And like I said, it's something about making the male look like a man when they're not even acting like one. You know what I'm saying? I gotta do every fucking thing. I gotta smear your shit on your thing. I gotta do this. I gotta do that. Oh hell no! It's like somebody wanna wear somebody out until it ain't nothing motherfucking left. And then when you in that situation when you all the fuck worn out, you know what I'm saying? These motherfuckers will try to do everything to try to make you seem crazy, put you in a mental home. Oh, this person ain't acting right, or they not doing right, or something. They put you on some kind of list or something so they can push you out the way and get another bitch in. You know what I'm saying? After 50, 60 years of marriage and shit like that. Nah, we not doing that over here. That's why I feel like they messing with my limbs and stuff. This ain't natural. Whatever this is that's going on with my shoulder or whatever this is, it's not natural. It's not. It's somebody you want to show somebody who's boss. But these people must already see something on somebody, and you should see the something you see on me is that you shouldn't be fucking with me like that. Not too strong, not for too long. So that's what I was thinking. This is also something where men cannot take the Christ, the Jesus or the Yeshua that they've been waiting. This man that's supposed to come with these dread, and that's kind of weird too, anyways, too, ain't it? You know what I'm saying? Because God showed you the light, put the person in front of you, but you still imagine some man with some dreadlocks and a nice body and shit like this, tall, brown skin, maybe look like an athlete walking around here with a robe on and shit. You see what I'm saying? Like, really? You was all right with worshiping that, but you find out as a strength filled black so-called black woman or American woman or American Indian for whoever you want to say, whatever. You understand what I'm saying? And you want to tear this person down. You think it might be because if nobody didn't see some kind of light or something on you, they wouldn't be doing this, or me, or whatever the fuck this is, they wouldn't be doing all this. People are going outside their way and using money and resources to afflict somebody else's life. So even if I was at that point right now where I'm out of all the people that I grew up with, I'm the only one that I knew that got to stay home with my kids, okay, the whole time. I wasn't bragging about it or nothing like this. It just was. Matter of fact, it was stressful as hell because a lot of times I did feel like I was in masculine energy. And even though I could cook well and do all these other things well, it just folding clothes and washing, it just was never my forte. It just was never. It was just, these two things is a big thing for me. Growing up, even since a teenager, my dad used to have to get on me about clothes. I just put my clothes in a pile. I wasn't folding that shit up and putting no hanger or putting in no drawer or nothing. I just put all my clothes in a pile in the damn thing, in the closet. Or it'd be a corner of my floor with a whole bunch of clothes on it. I've always had an issue with laundry. And I never want to do no motherfucking dishes. Somebody want to give you the bare minimum. They don't have to. They forcing themselves to. Try to treat you like a rat, or you're not wanted, or start trying to push you out of the house, or make you feel like, oh, you can have these morsels or something like this. A nigga will tell when they done got some money or something behind your motherfucking back. You could tell. Now, the fact that these people is making doppelgangers and clones, it could be a little bit harder. All right? To tell. But again, so they want, I'm supposed to look online now, see people in my peer group or whatever. Let's get back off of that. And these women that didn't do, they was not being putting all into their children, or maybe these were more active moms. If I take my kid a lot of places and I let them explore a lot of things, you know what I'm saying, then I'm a good mom. But maybe they didn't have the kind of bond that I was building with my children. You get what I'm saying? It's like taking them stuff, buying them stuff, taking them places, putting them in several sports where they don't even have no time to be a kid growing up. That's what parents is really supposed to be doing. They're not supposed to be like booed up with their kids, and I don't mean in no creepy way. Like family movie days when it was outside, when it was too hot outside, or you know what I'm saying, they was on winter break or something, and we go to the store. That used to be our little tradition. Go to the store, the dollar store, buy all this shit, sit there and watch movies or something like this. And we used to live in our house, so somebody make a pallet on the floor right there, over here on the couch, whatever this is. Somebody fighting who gonna sit next to mom, stuff like this, right? Or our little family trips was special or something like this. So, the children always like to be around me. They didn't like to go too far away from me. Things like this. Like we have more of a different kind of connection like that. So, so they got these bitches that watch me or whatever like this, and now they are like, I don't know. It's like somebody trying to duplicate these women and put them in my face, even on social media. Oh, I was just barbecue. I was just the things that continuously, if things did not get disturbed by whatever these energies or these forces, that probably will be what we will be on right now. But that's okay, because I've already dissected and already looked at, like, okay, this was something. It was reckless. It was ridiculous. It was unnecessary. But somebody already broke something. Hmm. It's different when you know you could feel the agenda. You can't even feel all the people involved, but you could feel the agenda. I watched this Trayvon Martin thing last night, like the Trayvon hoax, I think it was called. I just was appalled at what I was seeing in the video, and it's not even about. I really think that I like the little. The guy was kind of like funny, a little like kind of, it was like a quirky. I would say it was like a quirky kind of documentary. The guy is kind of quirky and everything. The guy that did the documentary, and this is where it was getting confusing, because the guy that did the documentary remind me of my stepmother Sherry or Sharon. All right, I remember she had a brother. I said he. She had a brother, and I think he passed away. But I only met him like once or twice. He seemed like a quiet, mysterious guy a little bit. Okay, but he had passed away a couple years back or something like this. And I was just looking at this guy like, dang, he looked a lot like her, and she looked a lot like Elon Musk. I be saying this shit, putting shit together, because it's a problem. It's just trying to tell me what I'm hearing is like a whole kingdom was given to me, but these people thought that they was better than me, or would do better than me, or they sat there and divvied up this kingdom or sold it off little pieces or something how they wanted to, and they tried to still slide into the energy of these particular people. But I could see layers in the people. Do you get what I'm saying? I don't know. It's weird. I can see layers, or who was sitting in whose energy a little bit, or I can sense like the difference in the energy to add it up on who's playing the part down here, who's playing the part at a distance, who's playing the part in an elevated status, who's playing the part, you know what I'm saying? Like I kind of like trail it that way. So, but it's still like a pact of these people knowing who, or that I was different, right? And it's a pact. It's almost like these people around the time of my wedding made a pact. It's the strangest thing. Like, what would have made them know each other would be me or my relationships with whatever, like my dad's girlfriend, all these different things like this. It's like the way I see these people like circling around in the spirit. It's like, only because there's a couple of people that, like, say for instance, people that your parents and people shouldn't see, like somebody that you went to school with, and you never talked about this person. You was cool with this person at school. You never brought this person home. You never introduced them to your family or nothing like this. It was just a really good associate that you sat next to in school for 2 years or something. Y'all end up sitting next to each other, and you just knew this person. The person is involved. Nobody else. Like when I was around my other friends, I wasn't around this person. We just happened to be really, like link up or whatever, just because we shared the same class. We might say hi to each other in the hallway. That's it. We didn't sit together at lunch. I didn't ride the bus with this person or nothing. This person would be included in this conglomerate. That's the tripped out part about it. So I could say that this, whatever these people is surrounding somebody else, but no, it can't be, because there's little kids that I met in school and stuff like this when I lived in Texas, that I could feel their presence around. You know, they should not know these people in Illinois where I live. They should only know the people, which was nobody, because I was still a kid back then. Like my friend, the girl Stearns. Like, only person that she should know in my family is like my brothers and sisters and my mom. Just like the only thing I know about her is her mom and her dad. And I think that I think I left from Texas, and I think she went and moved back to New York. And we kind of talked to each other a little bit online. So that's why I said that whatever this stalking is that they was doing, and pairing people and putting people in this conglomerate as to who, I don't know if this is whoever I touched in my life, whoever I came in contact with, or something like this, okay? But it's like these people should not, they should not, why would they, if they are my friends and family and my associates, Why are they having some type of connection? It's hard to explain. Like with a neural chip or something like this. Maybe they all get chipped and brought in. I don't know. After they come into contact with me, I don't know. It's almost like I'm me and everybody else around me be playing like musical chairs or something. It's the weirdest fucking thing. Like I'm some kind of beast or something, or some type of anomaly or some kind of something. You know what I'm saying? It's weird. And I feel like nobody out of these group of people, maybe they're in the way for other people seeing me because they're paid to or brought together to see it this way and stand around me in a tight ring or a wreath. That's was making me think about the world card energy. And if I can't break through that reef, if these people have turned wicked towards me, or they seen stuff come to me and they took it and they don't want to be caught for it, they don't want me to break out of that reef. Now these are news reporters are in this shit, politicians is in this shit. Not every single one, but they're all some. Everybody from every walk of life is interwoven into this. Now, if you was a celebrity or something like this and you was singing some songs, these people would praise you no matter what. But it's almost like it's kind of like I keep hearing love in the dark. It's kind of like a private secret worship where somebody could be feeling humiliated. But no, that was the thing. The type of the type of subtle worship, that can be dangerous if somebody doesn't know that people are worshiping them or loving them in the dark. Why are you doing that? I didn't love you in the dark. I loved your ass and talked to you and was nice to you and protected you or something like this at some point in time in my life in the light. You know what I'm saying? It's almost like it's a mana or something that only you can give to a certain group of people. It could be even some final destination type shit or something. But it's something about like something you provided. But before these people could go on and find another source of that, there's a process here. And there's a payout. And there's shit that had to be done for me to hand something over to me if I find out about this group or something. There's something that was supposed to be done that these people did not fucking do. They maybe even tried to act like they did it, but they didn't. Like, oh, we gave her money or whatever like this, but that wasn't me. That was somebody else's girlfriend in this group, so that these people could still get the money, or they clone me, and this person has got an IQ of like a fourth grader or a fifth grader, and I'm not able to protect myself against these people, and that's where the money went. All eyes on me here to humiliate me because I don't have what I need at this point to match up with the energy and the alchemy and what's going and flowing through me right now. It's almost like these people had a chance to go through a freedom fighter kind of thing where they kind of a freedom flight. I want to say I'm gonna call it a freedom flight where they had gotten some kind of outlet or something like this in order to start their journey or find themselves or tweak themselves or regenerate themselves or whatever, love on themselves or whatever they want to do. For me, it could have been I kept on hearing I'm supposed to been had traveled already, like by myself, but like the bitches in the school buses. You know what I'm saying? But instead of sending me on that mission, they just paid for a whole bunch of other people to go on that mission to build them a bus and go have this journey and get famous for it online. It just couldn't be me. You see what I'm saying? When I'm the motherfucker supposed to take the journey. This is a group of people hijacked something where even there could have been one person in charge of this. It's making me think about in the Bible when they said Moses or somebody was the only one that was allowed up in that temple. But the people came to the bottom of that house, that lighthouse or that tower or whatever it is, and they was like busting down the thing, like, let us see. We want to see the Lord. We want to see this or something like this. And then, it was a lot of people in the temple. Now, this could be also a lot of people in somebody's dome. And then they left you alone with one person. And now this person is obsessed with you. And you haven't physically figured out who in the physical this is. And somebody's maneuvering shit. Like knocking blessings out the way to make sure you stay in a dire situation. So you will need somebody or this person or something. This shit is weird, y'all. It just is. It's almost like some of these people are stuck in hell, or they stuck somewhere they had to make clones, or they had to become skinwalkers of their children. That was the only way for them to get out of this study, or out of this area, or out of the garden, or in the garden, or whatever this is. And then somebody keep on saying, oh, well, there's open arms, or whatever. I don't even know who this is. I don't know what the fuck they talking about. I was supposed to bring some cards out here. So in case we need to flip a couple cards. Okay? I don't know who this is or who we talking about or whatever, but I don't feel like that's you can't force me into feeling that way. I don't feel like it's open arms nowhere. I'm not scared or nothing like this, but I don't like that feeling. You don't tell me. You don't fucking tell me. It's almost like in the 90s or the early 2000s or maybe even the mid 2000s. It's almost like if there was a great breaking away and some people moved to like California, like they moved my in-laws and my family members, my children to like California or Florida or something like this with some allotment of money. It could have been an inheritance supposed to come to me. And then they just cloned these people and gave, because they knew that as I went through this process, I would walk away a little bit. I would not be talking to these people that much. I would start pulling away, focusing on whatever this is, you know. So they don't even have to invest that much in the clones. And then that people would just start falling out of my life. You know what I'm saying? So this time could be the last time because they was just supposed to keep the facade up like, oh, we're family, come, oh yeah, and the whole, fake life thing or living thing or something like this. And then now since I broke away and I'm like, whatever, it's kind of like for most dynamics, or I don't talk to really nobody that I talked to before 5 years ago or whatever this is, or 10 years ago. Um, it's almost like they don't have to show up no more, and now like details are lost, time frames are lost, facts are getting lost, finances are getting lost, you know, and there's no one to count on. Nobody wants to speak on the situation when nobody want to be caught or nothing like this. And so, other new children have been bred outside of the Truman Show. So that's how I'm saying, like, you have your family in the Truman Show, your immediate family, they have their children in the Truman Show, so on and so forth. But it's almost like somebody was having a breeding farm and they was breeding some more of these people outside of the Truman Show or what your reality or what my reality was. And I don't know those children. It's the same thing as like you knew okay, we was all growing up, right? I knew my cousins. I knew the cousins that was around my age or not that had children around the time that I had children, okay? I might have even seen maybe they children's children, okay? But if you go anywhere past that, I don't know none of these people. I know that these people had children and they dispersed throughout the world. My cousins had kids and their kids had kids. I don't know them. It would be easy for somebody to just give my money to that group and say, we're going to just give it to the future. And then these people know who I am because their parents showed them me, or their parents showed them how to privately stalk or watch or observe, or, I'm not worried about how the majority feel because you're not the one that's singled out or realizing that they was the anomaly or singled out and nobody still wanted to fill them in on anything, not even fill my pockets with the shit that belonged to me. So I'm not concerned about what the fuck they think. It's no offense. It's just the truth. Okay? So, and like I said, I don't got no time for nobody that can't wrap their head to fuck around that and realize what the person like me would feel like, because it's just that you didn't give me my finances. It's why do you want me in a vulnerable state walking around here? Like, what the fuck? I'm not going to be some charity case where you get me to, go crazy, lose my mind, or I get so mad because I realize what these people do, and I get my car full of stuff and I leave the house with $200 in my pocket and go to Hollywood. They're trying to run the Empress through the fucking run of the mill, bitch, and it just ain't gonna happen. I seen it. You know what I'm saying? If I'm media, I know it. See, a lot of these people been played before they even got into the industry. So you can't even blame media. Media, or that part of me, is just what the fuck it is or what it was. You know what I'm saying? Just like people, it's media or a goddess or something. People come to her for whatever this is, or to get in the industry or something like this, or get famous or get something. Well, unless they was fucking with Mommy Wata. So you chose Mommy Wata, so now you're gonna have to. You see, now you thought, oh well, it was your family that was running. No, but they was still, whoever was running shit behind the scenes, they were still dealing with Mommy Wata. Now this person want to put it all on media. You know what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying? It wasn't going hand in hand. It was these crooked people that was running something that did not give me over the power in a certain type of industry or something like this before. Y'all was already dealing with Mommy Watson then. They just ain't afraid to show their face no more. And they think that they was gonna put all that shit on me, an innocent person that didn't even get to reign supreme in a certain situation, and then just and let it burn with that. Nah, motherfucker. And then they say, here you go, here's the keys, and then all run out knowing it's a bomb in the building. You know what I'm saying? Nah, no, no, no. And then they wanted to make, and that's why I said, the difference between me and the Mommy Watson energy is this person want to be seen on the media. You want to be seen, you want to be now famous, or you want to be like them. Media ain't looking at it like that. Like it's what's in her bosom or something like this. It was. The queen, again, that's why you see those instruments inside the queen's crest or the midst of the crest. She's not looking to be famous. What the fuck? They really would prefer a private life. Mm-hmm. You get what I'm saying? So somebody's trying to force me into some kind of denomination, motherfucker, where I don't belong. All right? And these people don't deserve to sit in the prestigious place or in the high up place that they sitting in. And you're not about to continue to sit there. I don't give a fuck if I got to shut that whole sector down. I heard some song like The End of Music. And I can kind of, I feel like maybe this is like music soul, like, you know, somebody like a certain energy or something. But this could be, I kept on hearing it yesterday, like, it'll never be, I promise you it won't never be. And I was trying to hold back from saying it, but I was hearing it. It'll never be built up again. And this might be because the industry did something towards the Christ or something. This is what crucified, or Pan, because this could be Pan. This could also be the wardrobe witch. All these women that seen a certain woman do this shit could be these Mommy Watson energies. See them doing this shit because these people have a strange affliction and affection to the chosen one. It's very strange. It's very off the beat. It's off the beaten path, in the background, in the dark. People trying to force some kind of change that ain't even on the books. You're not supposed to get another one. This is all you got. And you didn't treat it right or something like this. Like, I don't know. And I'm just like, how did y'all get in these situations while I be seeing this when I just realized with the Trayvon Martin thing or whatever, these crisis actors and stuff like this. You know, and somebody got the nerves to be like, oh, want me, you know, just choose me or something like this. I didn't even know I was having no choices. There's nothing else I could choose but whatever the fuck this is that these people thought they were stealing or that I lost financially, because that's the only thing that I'm going to be able to place a placement around me if nobody else is going to do it. You see what I'm saying? Kind of remind me of the lady that was in the woods or whatever. In that damn Final Destination. I'm gonna just keep it there because I don't want to ruin it. Some people probably still ain't seen it. You know what I'm saying? I think it's still at the movie. So, yeah, it's something about something being faded here. But okay, so have y'all seen the thing, the Trayvon Martin hoax with the girl Diamond and the man was looking for her and all these other things. And then he was looking at the pictures on there and I'm like, I think that's that girl. You can't tell that that's the girl. You know, and then he came back, he was like, oh, I had to go back to the pictures. I had to go back and look at this. And I said, there she is. I'm like, yes. Because I thought he was not going to recognize that was the girl. The nose and stuff a little bit different, but that was the girl or whatever. But then I had to go a little bit further. That name ain't the girl's name. I don't know. I was just disturbed. I didn't know. If you have my brain and you went through this, whatever this is, and you seen that thing and I seen how much that, because I think a couple years back too, my brother, you know, I never met his dad, but I think his dad passed away. Confirmation. And when I was looking at this mayor that was, because they was trying to say, was this like some kind of social experiment or was this some kind of political something crisis or something like this to get something to go in, a narrative to go another way. And I kind of like the way he put it, like, would there have been a Black Lives Matter? Would there been? And then I think about Rashid Jamal or these people that's like, oh, we're on your side. Well, you wouldn't be sitting there talking about, like, I was wondering why is people trying to pull America into some type of race bait. My mind ain't even on. I seen something. I done seen the light or something like this. Why are you doing that? And saying that y'all work for me. Not these people that's in this area that's said that they call by my name. You working on something else. You still working off emotions or something like that. That if you want to still just keep putting up these race baiting, emotion thriving, something, that's not what the real problem is right now. Like, it's almost like making a fucking problem a little bit. So I don't know what they following. It's like sympathy mongering or something like this. I don't like it. I don't need you to go in that direction. I never asked for these type of sacrifices. I don't need you to go in that direction for whatever this is that we going for right now. So I don't know what the cross is between the energy, me, and these people as to why you thought that that was what we're gearing for here. But I did notice the familiarities. I put some of them up last night. Also, the girl Diamond or whatever, I guess she was one of the big people that they was talking about, but they found out it wasn't really the girl that was on the news, the big girl that was on the news. That kind of looked like my cousin Tiffany daughter. It wasn't the big girl on the news. It was another girl. That was this girl Diamond that he was talking to on the phone. They also did analysis on the two voices of two, like, supposed to have been the same girl, but the slang and the way they talk was totally different on the voice calls that whoever the last person that was on the phone with him. Okay. I forgot to put Wonder on there. Wonder Jones as a look-alike of Trayvon. Because I remember I told y'all when I first moved to Kenosha, it was a Hollywood video down the street from my house, and DVDs was still the thing. The video store is really popular. I think now it's a workout center or something. But I met that girl and we became like, associates. Like, we wasn't best friends or nothing, but we came, like, we was calling each other, texting, hey, what you doing? Oh, I was gonna go out this weekend or something like this. We was just kicking it like this or whatever. But I remember how much she looked like Trayvon Martin to me.